everybody, and welcome to another episode of our FM19 Journeyman, where we are here for two more games, Strasbourg and Bordeaux. And well, not too much to say before this one. We are going to get stuck straight in, coming off the back of a very good 3-1 win in the last episode. We are looking to try and keep that going and to try and pick up some more points. Now, Strasbourg did beat us in the Cup earlier this season, but hopefully we can get some revenge here today. We can, well, pick up the win as I accidentally go to a different screen. But they come out with a 4-4-2. Sofiane Boufal playing on the left midfield for them. Obviously a Southampton man in real life. So, well, at least there's a player we recognise. But passionately, no. Hand over to the assistant, who got a couple of reactions out of Zimmerman and Mysonial. But let's get stuck straight in. I don't think they're too bad. Yeah, the weather's fine. Leave the conditions alone. We have a corner here. Bordas is going to flick it in. A say off his head, but it hits the post and goes out for a goal kick. It was close. It was a chance, but we couldn't do anything with it. Marietti, though, can. Marietti smacks home another free kick. He scored one in the last game, and he scored another here today. Now, that's 2 goals and 2 assists in 2 games for Marietti. He's on a wonderful little run of form. Sells gets a hand to it, but not enough to keep it out. It's a great strike, and well, puts us 1-0 up in the first half, but Boufal for them is going to take a free kick of his own, but it falls straight to Assay, who cuts out very, very well. Great hustle from him there to win the ball. He plays it across to Stefan, who fires the shot and gets another goal for himself. I believe that is now 6 goals in 5 games for Noé Stefan. What a performance that we're having here. It's great. Assay there with a wonderful cutout. Runs very well with it, takes the space perfectly, draws both players over to him, leaving Stefan in so much room where he can just absolutely hammer home. No danger on that one missing. Wonderful strike, wonderful bit of team play there, and well, a great run and a great assist there from Noé Stefan as they're going to take a free kick just on the edge of the first half. Mysonial flaps at it a bit, but does manage to keep it out. It's still 2-0, no real danger, and yeah, it was very close to going in, almost as close as the one we had a couple of games ago that was, well, a similar distance away. I believe it was a shot from Gransar, if I'm not mistaken, but, well, half-time here, and, well, we're going to be 2-0 up. We've had a very good performance so far. Seen rather little from them, if we're going to be honest, but well, let's keep going. Let's get straight into the second half. No waiting around. Very happy start. Go straight back in and hopefully keep this going. We have a free kick here. Edge of the box. Marietti strikes. It goes off of the wall. Falls to Stefan, who pokes it home. It's another goal for Noé Stefan. We benched him. We dropped him. We move him to an advanced forward from a pressing forward. He's like, oh, you want me to score, do you? That's all you wanted? Okay. Goal after goal after goal after goal. He is on fire. You honestly, oh, I love it. I love when your strikers are just scoring so consistently. It just makes every game feel so much easier. Well, they try for a corner, but it gets swatted away fairly simply. But they do still have the ball and die on the edge of the box. And well, We're trying to fight it here. I think it's fairly safe to say that we were lucky to get that third goal, as we just confirmed the shot from the corner there did not go in. But, well, I like the goal line technology a lot more than the VAR. It's a lot faster. It's a lot easier to just get than, oh yeah, it's not over the line. Cool. Let's get back into it. But yeah, third goal, fairly fortunate, but we did manage to put it away. Another goal for Noé Stefan. They have a throw in here. I was considering making a change, but let's see how this plays out first. As once again, Assay stealing the ball, dodging the tackle. The pass forward not great, but Marietti pounces on the loose ball. Gransar on the right flank. Can he find a cross? He plays it in. Parmentier's on it. Knocks it across. Stefan off the bar. Denied the hat-trick, but Assay is there for the rebound. 4-0 against Strasbourg, and this is the type of performance we want. And, well, all of our attackers involved here, and this ball across here, Parmentier picks it up and knocks it across very nicely, but Stefan just can't quite guide it in, can't get his hat-trick. But Assay does a wonderful job, and I think it's fair to say he won the ball to start that attack, and also, obviously, that wonderful assist earlier, very deserving of that goal. He's played a wonderful game, but they go for a cross here towards the back post, and they do go 4-1. Bit of a dampener. The clean sheet would have been very, very nice. Dampener, it's raining. Haha, puns. But it's still, come on, it's 4-1. We can't be upset, can we? It is a shame that we conceded and we couldn't keep the clean sheet. But at the end of the day, it's still a wonderful result so far. Now, let's take a couple of these players off. There are some tired legs out there. I did rest our players, but it's only been a couple of games since the last match, so didn't do a whole lot, really. But I'm going to bring off Marietti, and I'm also going to bring off Cedric Horn, who are the two of the more tired players on the pitch. Actually, let's go for a triple. Let's bring off Parmentier as well. Every player who's below 70 can come off and have a break for these last 10 minutes. They've done a wonderful job out there. We've had an excellent game. And, well, let's see if we can maybe bag another. But no, they're in possession here and looking to come forward. There's still 7 minutes left. And Schuer's on the ball. He runs, he strikes. It's 4-2. It's 4-2. There's 7 minutes to play and it's 4-2. It was 4-0. It's now 4-2. It was a very good ball over the top, to be honest. And although we did have a man deep covering him in Antonio, he sort of got shrugged off, to be honest, there. He was lacking in strength, if we're going to be real. And the save from Mysonial, he goes the wrong way. So I don't really know what else to say about that one. It just wasn't very good defensively. We are into added time here then, and well, hopefully we can just see this out without any further drama, as they are going to take a corner. Cardona flicks in. We head clear, and surely this is going to be full time. No, it goes out to the right flank. Play carries on. They flick towards the back post. Gransar claims, though, and now that is going to wrap the game up. It was 4-0, and it finished 4-2. In the last sort of 10 minutes-ish, we conceded quite a bit, and it's a bit of a shame, to be honest. I'd rather that hadn't happened, but all in all, it's very, very hard to have complaints. I'm going to say it's a very nice victory because, well, it is, and it's a 4-2 win. What more do you want? Noé Stefan scored a couple. He got an assist. Derek Assay scored one, got an assist. Marietti scored one, got an assist. We played a great game out there. Gransar got a 6.5 in a game where we scored 4 goals. That's worrying. But he also wants a new contract and won't agree terms with me. Also worrying. Bit of backroom drama going on there. But, well, it's not affecting our on-the-pitch performance. A massive win there. Puts us in 9th in the table. Now, a few teams do have games in hand on us because we played that midweek game. But, well, and also we're not in the Coup de Ligue, which I believe is why we were one of the only teams to play. But, well, it's still a good position to be in. You know, the worst we can drop down to, really, realistically, is 11th. If Lille and Toulouse both win their games, we will drop down. But we've won 7, drew 3, and lost 7 in our first season in the league. We're not even halfway in yet. We're doing a wonderful job. Let's get on to this next game against Bordeaux. What on earth has gone on here? We're back for game 2, and our team's not back for game 2. They're all injured and suspended. Give me a couple of seconds to sort this out. So, we've had to shuffle the team around a little bit, and a lot of players have had to come into the side. First up, Malwessa, winger on the left-hand side, and Wemo as an inside forward on the right. They have obviously swapped around. Normally the inside forward's on the left, the winger's on the right, but, well, with the suspensions, that's had to change. And then Navarro came in at right back, should be perfectly capable of playing there, not too much drama on that one. And then Diabates came in at a centre-half. Now, I was going to play Ponte, but honestly, Diabate doesn't look any worse at all, and he's a lot younger, so I feel like we could develop Diabate really well and get a really good player out of him. Whereas Ponte, he's just sort of here, and he doesn't even really want to be here, so I'm not overly sure what to do with him, if I'm being honest, but, well, let's just get stuck into this game, shall we? Because we've got a lot of players missing, and I want to get into this match. So, we come out here and they have lined up with a similar formation to us, and honestly, from this, there isn't too much you can say about it, other than the fact that their striker has got a cracking moustache. So, well, that's just fabulous. Look at it. But, well, let's just get into today's game, and hopefully, we can put forward a good performance, and, well, sort of continue what we've been doing, but without conceding the late goals, hopefully. So, I'm going to say that we're underdogs, and that suits us down to the ground, and a lot of players did look motivated at that, which is quite good. Opting to take it myself this time. So, obviously, I'd rather have had him available, but I do believe that we have a good enough side selected today. Obviously, coming into this, players like Navarro, players like Mbuemo were looking to be starters anyway. And Malwessa is, again, a very good player. He wasn't bought as a backup, he was bought as a different option. So, I honestly don't think this is too bad a side, despite the injuries. Well, there is a highlight here. They are starting off in possession of the ball, coming down this right-hand, or left-hand flank, sorry. And, well, they strike from a long way out. It just slips wide. The shot there, very weak. But Mysonial, I would say, dove a bit prematurely. But managed to go wide anyway. And, well, now there's another highlight. And Wemo was on the ball, but gave it away rather cheaply, to be honest. Not much pressure on him there. And he just sort of gave it away pointlessly, if I'm going to be honest. As they look now to come forward, they take a strike from a long way out. It deflects everywhere. They manage to get the ball straight in front of our goal. And honestly, if he'd have missed that, he shouldn't be in the league, because that was very straightforward, and it puts them 1-0 up. And yeah, it was, well, we gave away the ball cheaply, and it really did cost us here. I mean, this pass should have gone ages ago, but he decided to shoot, and luckily they managed to get it back to us. Slightly unlucky on the bounce there, but honestly, they should never have had possession in the first place. Now, it's still the first half. We still have a chance to come back from this, but we need to massively play better than we currently are. Marietti free kick as he flicks it well over. We've seen a couple of those go in recently. Was hoping for another, but unfortunately not. as there is another highlight. It falls all the way to Zimmerman, who controls well. We're passing it around the back, a little bit risky, but it's working out nicely for us. We've got a good team at sort of distributing the ball, holding onto it. We don't make too many mistakes under pressure in possession. And well, we work it out there brilliantly, bypassing their entire midfield, giving it to Mbeumo. Can he maybe find a good ball as he gets tackled? And again, it's Mbeumo who loses the ball for us in possession, which is disappointing to see. He's meant to be a good player, and he's going to go and do stuff like that. It's twice now we've seen him give the ball away and cut out our own attacks and turn it into theirs, as they now have a corner. But hopefully we can see this wide. We managed to get it out the box. They do maintain possession, though. They go for a flick in, but again, Zimmerman standing strong and getting rid of the ball. Then Parmentier with a lovely challenge. Is this going to be another attack for us? No, they're going to cut it out well. And Mbeumo here, really not having a very good game. He's constantly losing the ball. Stefan's already on a booking, which isn't great, but hopefully it doesn't affect the game too much, as he does get tackled here, though. And now they're looking to come forward. Romano's on it. They've got men in the centre. And, well, they've managed to pass it across, and it was a simple shot. And honestly, to me, the reason I hesitated there, that looked like a good shout for a penalty. To me, it looked like, I think that was Diabate completely pulling him off the ball. It might have been Follett, honestly. No, it definitely was Follett here. Look, it looked like he was sort of trying to push him off the ball without making any attempt to go for it himself, but it doesn't matter either way. They managed to put the ball in the back of the net, and it's 2-0 before half-time, and, well, a couple of players having notably poor performances, but ultimately we're not creating any chances at all, which isn't ideal, to be honest. And again, Mbeumo loses the ball, and they get an attack from it. I think we've got to bring him off sooner rather than later, and I think half-time will be the spot for that, as they take another strike. We definitely need to change something soon, but with half-time just on the border, I feel like it's a good idea to wait until then so we can talk to the team at the same time. But a 2-0 deficit at half-time, we've been largely lifeless. A lot of our attacks just being cut out. And, well, we've seen it, haven't we? And Mbeumo having a particularly poor game. So, do we need to make any tactical changes? As they all look fired up, which is all well and good. But, well, how do we react to this? Because we don't really have anyone else who can play on the right wing. There's a question of, do we go narrower? Do we just maybe go asymmetrical? Which might be an option, honestly. This is really tough. I think I'm just going to go a bit asymmetrical here and move Stefan over, go for Mbeumo there, move Marietti over to the right attacking midfield. What if we do this? There we go, that'll do me, and then we're going to bring on Royer. Now, this is odd. I will not try and deny that. This is very, very odd. However, I've got a bit of faith. I've just got something telling me. I'm going to try and focus play down the middle because that's obviously where we're quite packed. Something's telling me this is going to work, and I'm really hoping we can see that it does. They've got a throw in here, and well, can we maybe cut this out? If we can grab an early goal in the second half, there'll be a lot of time for us to try and find an equaliser, but so far they are running forward. They play the ball. Romano strikes. Maisonial there makes a very good save, to be honest. Honestly, they should have struck a lot better than they did, and they really should be 3-0 up right now, but they put it in a position, and Maisonial did very well with it, as Marietti flicks on, but unfortunately, that's going to be the death of the highlight. We've got a free kick. Marietti curves it. It goes just over the bar. We are getting to crunch time, and we need a goal very, very quickly. So many players are underperforming, and we just don't have options on the bench for them, really. Sandro Mourinho for Marietti? Sure, why not? Let's just go for it. Let's just try something. And, well, very quick highlight after that change. Maybe this has done something, or maybe we're going to give it away. Who knows? Mauesa launches forward. Stefan on the left flank. Well, Roy is in the centre, but that is awful. Why is that even part of a highlight? What out of that is a highlight of the game? None of it. I'll tell you, one key. That's a key highlight in the match, apparently. But, well, they're looking to come forward with it, and Navarro gets absolutely burnt there, and the cross to Romano's good. Navarro there, sort of showing why he's not been playing for most of the season. He got thoroughly burnt on that wing, and Romano, with his lovely moustache, bags his 13th goal of the season, and it's just not good. I don't want to see it again. I just don't want to see it again. I hate losing games like this, where it's just lifeless for, like, your attack. You just don't see chances all game. Well, we do have a throw-in. Navarro forward to Parmentier. We've conceded 2 goals in the last 10 minutes of games before, so maybe we can score 2. Or, well, we need 3 now, don't we? Oh. Less likely, really, isn't it? Especially when they've got the ball. Diabate cleans it up at the back, and, well, we go to play a long ball forward. Stefan sprinting onto it. Can he get another goal for himself? No, and Royer was in absolute acres. All he had to do was tap it across to him, but you know that's never going to happen in Football Manager, don't you? They never pass across the face of goal for some reason, unless they're on the opposition's team. But, well, we're not coming back into this, are we? We don't need to try and pretend that we are. We've had a pretty shocking game out there, to be honest, but I'd rather have one game where we get battered with half of our first team missing, literally 4 members of our first team missing, and, like, rather than a bunch of poor results, which were maybe a bit closer, you know? It's not too terrible, really. We're still having a good season, and it's a 3-0 defeat. What are you going to do? Bad results are going to happen, and this is just another one of them. As well, apparently, again, all of this is a highlight. All of this is very key to the match, you know? If you were telling people about the moments in the match you don't want to miss, the moment where Bordeaux passed it around their backline, absolutely crucial to the game. As the game finally ends, we got battered. I mean, I don't want to read it. It's just going to hurt, but we got battered. It's safe to say. We had 58% of the possession. I think that was just from kicking off. Not happy with the result. Everyone looks motivated. Brilliant. I'm glad they're motivated after the match finished. Someone there actually had a decent game, and I missed who it was, but they were on a 7.1. I think it was Parmentier, but, well, either way, we were shocking. Now, the thing is, we're still in 10th. We're still in the top half of the table. That's not bad. We're still in the top half of the table. We are still 9 points clear of the relegation zone. That's not bad considering that result. Honestly, that's decent. So, you can see the big gap in goal difference, by the way, between us and Lille. We're on -5, they're on 0. Like, and below us, it's all negatives. It just shows the difference, really, doesn't it? But, well, with that out of the way, let's just get out of this game. And let's get out of this episode. It was a good first result. It was a very good first result where we had a 4-0 lead. But then the second one, we didn't score a goal. And it's the first game in a while, to be fair, where that's happened. So, hopefully, not a sign of things to come. Just a blip. Just a little bit of a poor result, essentially. Although we do have Monaco coming up, which will round up the halfway point of the season. So, that's not too bad, really, at the root of it. So, let's get out of this now. Thank you all very much for watching. Tomorrow's video, which will contain games against Monaco and a rematch against Saint-Etienne, will be up at 5:30, or you can subscribe to get that into your feed. Follow the Twitter, join the Discord, all of that good stuff. And, well, yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I will catch you all tomorrow. Goodbye.